Happy Frugal Friday to you! Today's video is a battle of the makeup setting sprays from the drugstore, and I have put 5 from the top lines to the test just for you. This has been 2 months long in the making. I have put each of these sprays through rigorous testing to find out which are the best and which are not so great. In today's video, I will be showing you how each of these spray from the bottle, and I will be giving you my full review on each one and also providing a check-in so you can see how well or how badly it lasted throughout the day. Just as an FYI before we get into this video, when I tested out each of these setting sprays, I made sure to use the same foundation and the same powder for each of them so that I could get comparable results between all 5. So I used the Flower Liquid Foundation and the Rimmel Stay Matte Setting Powder. First spray on our list is the L'Oreal Infallible, and if memory serves me right, this one touted a 16-hour wear time on the bottle, I think. First things first, it has an excellent spray nozzle, which is a lot when it comes to a makeup setting spray because you don't realize how important the spray nozzle is until you get a really bad one. But this one provided a really nice even spray to the face with no streaming whatsoever. The L'Oreal Infallible setting spray did have more of a chemical smell to it compared to all of the other sprays that I tested out. Didn't really care for that. I typically prefer a spray to either have no smell or a pleasant smell, but not a chemical smell. This one had pretty good staying power. It wasn't the best of the bunch, but it did last about 10 hours on my face before I noticed any shine starting to come through. And I'll admit I was a little disappointed by that because I've always been highly impressed with so many L'Oreal products in the past, so this one fell short for me in terms of lasting power. Next setting spray that I put to the test is the one from Hard Candy, and this one had a really light, fresh scent, and I would compare it to a lot of the higher end makeup setting sprays in terms of how it smells. It has a very high-end smell to it. That's the only way I really know how to describe it. Really great spray nozzle, even spray onto the face, and this one has excellent lasting power. One of the best setting sprays that I tried out of the bunch. I actually tested this one on my way back from visiting my dad in Georgia at the beginning of August, and I was so happy with how my makeup lasted on that road trip. And at the end of 14 hours, my makeup did not look like it was sliding off. There was a little bit of shine, but the shine was manageable. It wasn't like, whoa, strobing! I was very, very happy with the Hard Candy one, and I would compare it to a lot of the higher end makeup setting sprays actually. Next setting spray on our list is the one from Ulta, and I read some reviews on this one before I started using it just to see what other people were thinking about it. The biggest complaint that I saw about this one was the spray nozzle. A lot of people said that it created more of a stream of spray rather than an even spray, so I was a little wary about that when I first started using it. And mine did do that, but I found out that the further you hold it away from your face when you spray it, the more even the spray will be. So when you are spraying it, you gotta hold it way out here and then spray it and you're fine. If you hold it right about here and you spray it, then you just get hit with this stream of water. It's no good. And if you didn't want to finagle with the spray nozzle, you can always take the formula out of that bottle and put it in a separate spray bottle and use it like that because the formula is really great. It does have a very light, fresh scent. It smells almost plant-based. If you've ever smelled the Aveda products, that's what it reminds me of in terms of smell. Very fresh and light. And in terms of how well it wore, at the 11-hour mark, it looked fantastic. It wasn't until about the 12-hour mark that I started to notice some shine coming through on my face. But one of the things that I will say about this spray that I was pleasantly surprised to find out that I didn't experience with any of the other sprays is that my face felt dry throughout the day. You know how when you're going through your day and sometimes you just feel like your face is oily? I didn't have that feeling at all with this spray. Even when I started to get a little bit of shine peeking through on my face, it still felt dry to me. Next up is NYX's Matte Finish Setting Spray. This has a great spray nozzle, even spray onto the face. No smell to this one whatsoever. I will say that it takes longer to dry than the other setting sprays that I tried, probably by a minute or so. I just felt like it would not dry on my face. Now I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but when I tested out each of these setting sprays, I tested them on 3 separate occasions. And I did that because I wanted to see if the method of applying the foundation would make a difference in how the setting spray lasted. So I tested out applying the foundation with my fingers, applying it with a beauty blender, and applying it with a brush. Out of all the setting sprays that I tried these techniques with, the NYX Matte Finish setting spray was the only one that showed a detectable difference. So when I used a brush and my fingers with the foundation, the NYX setting spray lasted about 7 hours. But when I used the Beauty Blender to apply my foundation, the NYX setting spray lasted about 11-12 hours. So if you're looking to get this setting spray in particular, I would say apply your foundation with a Beauty Blender for the best and longest lasting results. And like I said, when I tested out the other setting sprays, I didn't notice a remarkable difference as much as I did with the NYX one. Last setting spray on our list is the one from e.l.f. This one has a great spray nozzle. Once again, you get a very nice even spray with it. It dries extremely fast on the face, but I was really disappointed with the lasting power of this one. It went for only about 6 hours before I had shine breakthrough on my face, and at about the 4 or 5 hour mark, I started to feel like my face was starting to get really oily. So really disappointed by this one. I had higher expectations for it. So, out of all of the drugstore setting sprays that I tested for you in today's video, the best of the best that I cannot recommend to you enough are the ones from Candy and Ulta. And like I said, if the Ulta one gives you issues with the spray nozzle, just change it out. The formula is fantastic. And the worst one out of the bunch would have to be the e.l.f. one, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you that it was really great, but for me, not so much. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more Battle of Drugstore series videos like this one, I will have all of the previous ones that I have done already linked for you down below in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe for more Frugal Fridays, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great weekend.